Believe it or not, the iPhone 6 is entering its 9th year. That's a lot of life left in this technological icon. In just a few minutes, Apple sold tens of thousands of the model, which was a popular iPhone in 2014. However, despite how great it is, we must question whether the 6 still has enough power to go till 2023. Will it be able to stay up with iOS 16 and all the slick new apps? Let's put this phone through its paces to figure out the cause of this conundrum. We'll check to see if there are any compatibility problems or usage restrictions. Our aim: to give you enough info so you can decide if your trusty 6 still rocks. A roller coaster of revelations coming up. Understanding the current state of the iPhone 6. The iPhone 6 and the iPhone 16 signify to different periods of invention and technical growth. The 2014 release of the iPhone 6 saw the introduction of a number of noteworthy upgrades, including a bigger display, an upgraded camera, and an updated Touch ID fingerprint sensor. However, the differences would be significant in comparison to the iPhone 16, which is a fictitious future model. The iPhone 16 would probably feature cutting-edge features like improved facial recognition, augmented reality capabilities, lightning-fast processing rates, and a cutting-edge display. Powered by the cutting-edge A11 Bionic CPU, it would push the limits of what a smartphone is capable of, providing users with a feature-rich, unmatched experience. Although the iPhone 6 represented a substantial advancement at the time, unquestionably, the iPhone 16 and its A11 Bionic CPU would mark a significant advancement in mobile technology. Software updates for the Apple iPhone 6 in 2023. Software updates are removed from iPhones that support iOS 16 in 2023. Therefore, the iPhone 6s and S Plus and iPhone 7 models are no longer compatible. However, with iOS 13, UPDATE support for the iPhone 6 basic model has been discontinued. Apple normally provides software updates for the iPhone 6 for a predetermined amount of time after its initial 2014 release. Older handsets can eventually reach a point where they are ineligible for software updates as technology develops and newer iPhone models are released. Accordingly, the iPhone 6 won't be eligible for iOS updates after 2023, including those that include new functionality, security enhancements, and bug fixes. Software updates are removed from iPhones that support iOS 16 in 2023. Therefore, the iPhone 6s and S Plus and iPhone 7 models are no longer compatible. However, with iOS 13, UPDATE support for the iPhone 6 basic model has been discontinued. Apple normally provides software updates for the iPhone 6 for a predetermined amount of time after its initial 2014 release. Older handsets can eventually reach a point where they are ineligible for software updates as technology develops and newer iPhone models are released. Accordingly, the iPhone 6 won't be eligible for iOS updates after 2023, including those that include new functionality, security enhancements, and bug fixes. The functionality of the iPhone 6 in 2023. The iPhone 6 might still be useful in 2023 for a variety of tasks and general use, although it might have some restrictions in comparison to more recent iPhone models. A 4.7-inch screen, a dependable camera, and Touch ID fingerprint recognition are all included in the iPhone 6. The iPhone 6 is capable of performing typical operations, including making calls, sending texts, and accessing the internet. Although compatibility with some newer or resource-intensive apps may be restricted, it can still run a variety of apps from the App Store. The iPhone 6 may not have access to the newest features and security updates due to the fact that it is too old to receive Apple's most recent software updates. Furthermore, the hardware of the device could not be as powerful as that of more recent models, which could have an impact on performance while using demanding programs or multitasking. The iPhone 6 still has the ability to play music, videos, and access a number of media streaming services when it comes to multimedia consumption. The gadget may not provide the same immersive experience as more recent iPhones with larger and more technologically advanced screens due to its smaller display and lower quality. In conclusion, the iPhone 6 can still perform fundamental tasks and manage daily activities in 2023. But due to its age and lack of software upgrades, it could not be compatible with newer features and apps. Users could find it advantageous to think about upgrading to a newer iPhone model, so they can get the newest software upgrades, better performance, and more advanced features. Alternatives and upgrade options. We are considering our upgrading alternatives as we wonder if the iPhone 6 will still be functional and current in 2023. Time to investigate some of the best options available on the ever-evolving iPhone market. Let's explore further to discover what techy treats are available. It's imperative to understand that the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus really are simply the bare essentials for anyone who wants some of that newer model vibe with iOS 16 compatibility when considering an upgrade. These devices, which include the knowledgeable A11 Bionic processor, can keep up with latest software updates, so you'll get your share of iOS 16 and perhaps even iOS 17 compatibility bliss. But here's where it gets tricky. Unless Apple does us all a favor and extends updates past those for iOS 17, software support for these iPhones may be ending in 2023. This makes right now a crucial time to consider if you'll be prevented from accessing any future upgrades or even security fixes. Upgrade from an older iPhone 6 to an iPhone model newer than the 8 and 8 Plus is clearly the best course of action. By making this choice, you will have access to a longer support network that will alert you to software updates, enhanced functionality, and more. Having access to the most recent iOS features is a definite method to improve security and speed on your phone. Plus, you'll be able to keep up with all technological developments as they happen. Getting an updated iPhone model not only expands your options, but it also offers you confidence that Apple has your back. Conclusion: even though the iPhone 6 might still work in 2023, it's vital to recognize that it might have greater restrictions than more recent iPhone models. Due to the device's age, some apps and services may not work properly or operate as intended, further restricting access to the newest features, security fixes, and optimizations. Is the possibility that Apple will stop releasing software updates for the iPhone 6. In light of these elements, customers might find it advantageous to think about upgrading to a newer iPhone model in order to assure a more seamless and modern experience. However, if the iPhone 6 continues to meet your needs and expectations, it can still serve as a reliable device for basic tasks and everyday use.